Morning, friends. We always greet the day by letting Maggie outside. It's a beautiful day. It's Saturday. I slept in a little bit more than I usually do. The rest of the house is still asleep, but I thought I would share a what I eat in a day or what we eat in a day on the weekend. I don't think I've ever done that before. So let's get the day started. I've been putting a scoop of collagen peptides in my morning coffee for a long time now, and I can tell such a difference in my skin, in my hair, in my joints, and how I feel when I take it versus when I don't. It's basically just habit at this point. I really like the Vital Proteins brand. I've always used this one and really enjoy it. The best feeling, right? And now I'm going to go sit in the sunroom and just enjoy some quiet time and kind of wake up and probably get ready for the day at some point. And I will be back when we have breakfast. Okay guys, breakfast time. Having breakfast a little bit later than normal today just because it's Saturday and we've just been kind of chilling, drinking coffee, and I've got this guy with me today, which is a little different. Usually in my what I eat in a days, I'm home during the day and he's at work, and so he's home with me today. So for breakfast this morning, this is something I have been making on repeat. I kind of like to call it rainbow breakfast, just because I like to get as many colors in as possible. It's got a lot of fruits. I've been liking having some greens in the morning too. But basically, I already hard-boiled a bunch of eggs, and we're just going to do some eggs, some avocado, some cottage cheese, some greens, and some fruit. So I'm going to plate this up, and then I'll show you. So I'm going to do 2 hard-boiled eggs. Kayla, do you want 3? Does that work for you?
2's fine.
2's fine? Okay.
Unless we've got 3. I guess we have 3
I pulled out 5.
I'll do 3 then.
Okay, you don't have to. I can give one to Mags.
3's fine.
Okay.
2.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
Is that my avocado?
Yes. It's
Beautiful.
It's your avocado. All right, I'm gonna do some cottage cheese. Do about a half a cup or so as a serving, and it's 14 grams of protein. Pretty good.
I'm getting hungry just watching this.
It's funny, it kind of feels like a lot, but it's really quick and easy to assemble, and it's really beautiful. And sometimes you gotta treat yourself a little bit, especially on the weekend.
And we're about to go for a run too.
We are. I've been really into greens first thing in the morning, just getting more micronutrients in. I feel like I feel better, kind of add some volume to the plate as well. And yeah, I'm just gonna do some of this balsamic reduction on the greens. And then that's pretty much it. And there you have it. Rainbow breakfast. Our water in. Caleb likes to put hot sauce in his eggs. Is it good? Mm-hmm. Before we go any farther, I kindly wanted to thank BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video. BetterHelp is on a mission to make online therapy more affordable and accessible. You can do therapy from anywhere, from the comfort of your own home, which is something that has been a game changer for me in my therapy journey. I never used to want to take the time to try therapy until BetterHelp, until I started seeing a therapist regularly from the comfort of my own home, because our home is our safe place, and being able to talk about our struggles, talk about real world problems, have a listening ear, and get that unbiased feedback and professional advice really is life-changing. So not only can you do your therapy from anywhere, but you can schedule it at a time that's convenient for you, and you can do your therapy session over the phone. I do that quite often, via video chat, so more face-to-face, or even through messaging on the app. And to get started with BetterHelp, it's as simple as filling out some questions. It just takes a couple of moments, and you'll be matched with a licensed therapist in as little as 48 hours in most cases. If you try BetterHelp, you try a therapist, and it's not the right fit for you, no big deal. You can change with the click of a button and try another therapist out, because it's really important that you click with the person you're getting help from. And sometimes that takes a little bit of time, and that's totally okay. If you're struggling or you just need someone to talk to, consider BetterHelp. You can get started. Go down to the link in my description below. It's betterhelp.com/Amy Fritz, and you'll get 10% off of your first month's therapy, which is awesome. So again, a big thanks to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video, and make sure you check out that link down below. Okay, breakfast is somewhat digested. He just said I need a couple more minutes, but we're gonna try to sneak in some steps. I think we're gonna try to go a couple miles and get a little run in to start the day. Got back from our family trip to the park. We got 3 miles in altogether, so it's pretty good. And not quite lunchtime for me and Caleb yet, because we had kind of a late breakfast, but I just made the kiddos a quick lunch. We're kind of settling in, and before lunch today, I'm going to sneak in some more protein. I'm just going to make this Love Sweat Fitness plant protein. It's peanut butter flavor. It's really good. I'm just going to mix a scoop with about 12 ounces of water and drink it down. This is not lunch. It's kind of just a snack before lunch to make sure I get enough protein. Cheers. And just like that, it's lunchtime. We're nearing 2 o'clock, which is pretty late for us to eat lunch, but it's Saturday and just moving slow today. But it's pretty typical to find me out in the garden on Saturdays doing yard work. I'm actually just coming out here now to grab some basil, because I'm going to show you guys a really, really delicious chicken salad recipe. Okay, so I have some leftover Marry Me chicken breast that I'm going to use for this recipe. It's my favorite way to make this chicken salad. If you've ever made that, it's just like a chicken that's pan-seared in sun-dried tomatoes and heavy cream and Parmesan cheese. If you have just regular chicken breast, Italian like herb seasoned chicken breast, that would also work really well. Even rotisserie chicken would work just fine in this recipe. I would just go heavier on the Italian seasonings if you are using plain chicken breast. But Marry Me chicken breast, I have some sun-dried tomatoes in a little bit of oil, some avocado. That's gonna really give this chicken salad that creamy texture without having to use mayo or those kinds of things. You could add a little bit of Greek yogurt to this too, but I'm just going with avocado. I've got some black olives, some fresh mozzarella balls, and then I've got some chopped green onion and fresh chopped basil. You're gonna see in a second, I'm literally just gonna chop all this up, combine it together into one big mess, one big delicious mess, and then I'm going to eat it in a carb balanced tortilla. I love these. They're a great way that I get in my fiber. There is only 70 calories in a wrap and
17 grams of fiber per wrap. So you can't beat that. I'm also going to sprinkle in some of this. It's just salt, pepper, and garlic powder and some oregano. So I'm gonna chop all this up and we will have a very tasty lunch.
Okay guys, and just like that, it is dinner time. Tonight, we're just making something super easy, delicious. This is a great meal prep recipe, but it's also just a great weeknight, busy night, apparently weekend night meal. And it's just beef and broccoli. And I've made some versions of this on my channel before, but this one is probably the most simple and it's the most versatile. You can really go a lot of ways with it.
It's also really good for meal prep and just fresh out of the pantry, essentially, if you have frozen beef, frozen broccoli,
Yeah,
rice.
for sure. Super easy. So
Yeah.
we have some rice going in the rice cooker currently. And little pro tip, when you cook your rice, cook it in broth, especially like a bone broth, adds a ton of protein. We're just doing chicken broth tonight, which doesn't really add a lot of protein. But if you're looking to get more protein, add that bone broth when you make your rice. Were you gonna say something?
No, I just said flavor.
Oh, flavor, yes. And then Caleb's gonna get the ground beef cooking. You just wanna get that cooked up and we're gonna chop some veggies and I'll share how to make the sauce.
Okay, so for the sauce, I've got some gochujang, which if you don't like spice, you could leave this out. But if you don't mind just a little bit, just add a little bit because it adds a ton of flavor. We've got some soy sauce, some sesame oil going, some light agave for some sweetness, peanut butter, you gotta have peanut butter. And then kind of my secret ingredient for this is the Swerve brown sugar. It adds a ton of sweetness with 0 calories. So we're just gonna get this all whisked up.
Also, if you're watching your calories, the PB Fit powder adds some protein to the sauce and is like a fraction of the calories of regular peanut butter. So I just do a teaspoon of regular peanut butter and then I sprinkle in about another teaspoon or 2 of the PB2. Oops, or maybe more. Okay, I've got this mixed up. It's really thick. I'm gonna do a little taste test. It's really good. Because it's so thick, I'm gonna add a little bit of water just to make it go a little farther. And yeah, then we'll get it into the beef over there. Another great thing about this recipe, like I said, it's versatile. You can use frozen veggies if you wanna make it more of a pantry, like stocked meal, or whatever veggies you have on hand. We like to do broccoli, carrot. If I have mushroom, I'll use it, zucchini. I've got some green onion here, so I'll use that. Cilantro, lime, like you can really adjust it according to what you like and what works for you. And you can keep it as simple or get as fancy as you'd like. Okay, so Caleb just drained the beef, and now we still have the hot cast iron skillet here. So I'm gonna throw the broccoli in and get that sauteing, as well as the carrots. And as far as what you cook the broccoli with, it really doesn't matter. Olive oil, butter, avocado oil, whatever your preference is, it'll turn out great. Excited for beef and broccoli?
Yeah.
Once the broccoli is done cooking, I noticed my rice was done. I'm going to add back the beef that we have hanging out right here. And now I'm going to pour over our sauce and let everything kind of marry together and simmer for a few minutes.
Taste test. Delicious.
Okay, so you can see it's Hungry Husband approved. We love to actually make this for dinner on Saturday or Sunday night, and that way we have a bunch of leftover lunches ready to go early on in the week. So to plate this up, I'm just gonna do about a spoonful of rice for myself here. And if you don't have a rice cooker, I'll link this one down below. You really can't beat how easy it is to make rice while cooking. I'm not big on kitchen gadgets typically, but that's one I can't live without. Then I'll serve up some of this beef and broccoli. You can see there. And then I like to top mine with lots of green onion. And then I also like to add a little bit of toasted sesame seed. And then if you really like a lot of spice, you can drizzle on additional gochujang, or you can add additional soy sauce if you like a little saltier. You really can cater it to you and your family's needs. But my kids love this too. It's one of their favorite meals. So we are all gonna go sit down and enjoy dinner, and I'll be back in a bit. Okay, now it's like an hour or two later. We've eaten dinner, we cleaned up the kitchen, we're getting ready to watch a little TV. We just put the kids to bed, and we have a Ninja Creamy, and we've been really into that lately, doing like protein ice cream. But sometimes you forget to make your base ahead of time, and you just need something sweet to enjoy while you're watching a movie, right? And so this is just a really quick, it's not really even a recipe. I'm just gonna share what we like to do every once in a while. Where is it? I just made some instant zero sugar cheesecake pudding. I keep these zero sugar jellos on hand for the Ninja Creamy, but they're also just good the old school way. So I made a batch of the zero sugar pudding, which there's only 25 calories a serving. It's pretty delicious. We just did a nice little serving. I took some graham cracker, and I just took like the littlest bit, like probably one little square, and crumpled it up on top of the pudding. And then strawberries are in season right now. They are delicious. So I just topped it with a bunch of fresh strawberry here. So we've got like strawberry cheesecake dessert, and it's fairly low calorie and pretty good for just like a quick 5-minute you need a quick sweet tooth fix. I've got some stevia chocolate chips I could add to this, but I think I'm just gonna leave it graham cracker and strawberry tonight. So I figured I would just show you what I do when I'm in a pinch, I have a sweet tooth, and I wanna just enjoy myself, but stick to my goals. So I'm gonna eat this. Caleb is gonna have a bowl as well. Made him a bowl and we're gonna go sit and watch a movie. But I hope you enjoyed today's video and just seeing what I eat in a day, weekend edition. You know, it doesn't change a whole lot on the weekends when we're home, when we're not going out. We really do still try to cook our own food and stay on track and make the most of the day. But hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it gave you some meal ideas. If you did, consider subscribing. If you're new here today, I would love to have you. I have lots of videos on my channel just like this, and I'll see you guys really soon in the next one. Bye.